Welcome back. In the last video, we had discussed about the sorting and sorting algorithms. Sorting is nothing but rearranging the number of elements either in ascending order or in descending order. So generally, we are rearranging the elements in ascending order only. So there we are having the number of sorting algorithms. So there the one of the algorithm is bubble sort. So in this video I would like to discuss about the bubble sort. So let's start the concept. In this technique we sort the given elements either in ascending or descending order by comparing two adjacent elements at a time and placing them in correct position. So while we are doing this process, so we need to take the lowest index element and we need to compare is that lowest index element is greater than the highest index element. If it is, we need to swap those two elements, and this process will repeat until all the elements are arranged in ascending order. If we have n elements, then it requires maximum of n minus 1 passes to sort the elements. So let's consider an example, then we can easily understand. So what is bubble sort actually? Consider an array which is having 5 elements and we need to sort those elements in ascending order. So actually this is an unsorted array. We need to sort in ascending order using bubble sort technique. So here the number of passes required is 5 minus 1, that equal to 4. So as we know that, so to find the number of passes we are having n minus 1 is the equation. So n minus 1 is where n equal to where n is nothing but number of elements which is present in the array. So 5 minus 1 equal to 4. So in 4 passes we will rearrange the elements in ascending order. So we will see with first pass. Here we need to scan the array from left to right for a particular element. While we are scanning, we need to compare the particular element with the adjacent element. Okay, so here we need to compare a of 0 with a of 1. We can able to see the compared elements in circles. So here a of 0 is 3, a of 1 is 8. So we need to compare the a of 0 element with adjacent element a of 1. Now see the relation whether the 3 is greater than 8. No. So if the condition is not true, then there is no need to do the swapping of those two elements. If the condition is true, then only we will do the interchanging of the elements. Now in the step 2, we will compare a of 1 with a of 2. So a of 1 is 8, a of 2 is 6. So check the condition whether 8 is greater than 6 or not. Is 8 greater than 6? Yes. So what we need to do? We need to swap the two elements with each other. After that, the given array is, after that the array is 3, 6, 8, 2, 1. In the step number 3, we need to compare a of 2 with a of 3. We need to check the condition whether 8 is greater than 2 or not. If yes, we need to do the swapping. Then we will get the resultant array as like this. And in the step number 4, we need to compare a of 3 with a of 4. We need to check the condition whether a of 3 is greater than a of 4 or not. Is 8 greater than 1? Yes. So what we need to do? We need to swap those two elements with each other. After swapping, this is the array we are having. So at the last position, that is at fourth index position, the element 8 is sorted. So now we need to do this process for the remaining elements. So let me take the pass number 2. Do the first comparison with a of 0 and a of 1. A of 0 is 3, a of 1 is 6. See the relation. Is 3 greater than 6? No. If the condition is not true, then no need to swap the elements. Take the step number 2 and compare a of 1 with a of 2. See the relation. Is 6 greater than 2? Yes. If the condition is true, what we need to do? We need to swap the elements with each other. After swapping, we get the array as like this. And take the step number 3 and compare a of 2 with a of 3 and check the condition whether a of 2 is greater than a of 3 or not. 6 greater than 1, condition correct. So we need to swap with each other. After that, and after that we get 6 and 8 are in sorted position. So now we need to compare the remaining unsorted elements. For that we need to go for the third pass and compare a of 0 with a of 1. So as I already said, 6 and 8 are already in sorted. So at next process there is no need to compare the element with these two sorted elements. And now compare a of 0 with a of 1. 3 greater than 2, yes, so do the swapping. And this is the array. And in the step number 2, compare a of 1 with a of 2. Check a of 1 greater than a of 2 or not. That is 3 greater than 1 or not. Yes, so we need to swap. After swapping, this is the array. Now 3, 6, 8 are in sorted order. So we need to go for the remaining. So for that we need to go for the fourth pass. There the first step is compare a of 0 with a of 1. That is 2 with 1. Is 2 greater than 1? Yes. So swap the elements with each other. Then this is the array. Now see, all the elements are in sorted order, that is in ascending order. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. So here we will stop the comparing of the elements with each other. So in each pass we require n minus k comparisons, where n is equal to number of elements and k is equal to number of passes. In this example, for pass 1, we require 5 minus 1, that is 4 comparisons. In second pass, we require 5 minus 2, that is 3 comparisons. And in third pass, we have 5 minus 3, that is 2 comparisons. And in fourth pass, that is final pass, we have 5 minus 4, that equal to 1 comparison. So let's see this bubble sort with an algorithm. This algorithm sorts the array A with n elements. So take the bubble sort with array name and n number of elements and begin the algorithm. So in n elements we require n minus 1 pass for that we write. So k equal to 1 to n minus 1. In each pass we compare I position element with I plus 1 position element. So for that, for I equal to 0 to n minus k minus 1. And we know in each pass we require n minus 1 comparisons, since it starts from 0 up to n minus k minus 1. If ith element is greater than I plus 1 element, then we need to swap these two elements, and for this we use a temporary variable and set temp equal to a of I, set a of I equal to a of I plus 1, set a of I plus 1 equal to temp, as we know that this is the logic for swapping of two numbers by using the third variable, that is temp. After that, end if condition, end inner for loop, end outer for loop, and end the algorithm. Now we calculate the complexity for this algorithm. So to calculate the time complexity, the time for sorting algorithm measure in terms of number of comparisons. So for n elements in array, in first pass it requires n minus 1 comparisons, and in second pass it requires n minus 2 comparisons, and so on. In ith pass it requires n minus 1 comparisons, and in the last pass it requires only one comparison that we have already seen in the example. So total number of comparisons are n minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 3 plus and so on plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, that equal to n of n minus 1 by 2. At last we got the complexity as order of n square. So now we will see what are the advantages of this bubble sort. It is very easy to understand and to code and to implementation, and it performs well when the algorithm is almost sorted, and the performance is order of n in a sorted array. So let's move on to the disadvantages of this bubble sort. It is very expansive, and in both worst case and average case, it contains the performance of order of n square as the complexity. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of bubble sort. So hope you all get the idea on bubble sort and how we need to do the comparisons using bubble sort algorithm. Thank you.